Hello, everyone. I want to talk to you a little bit about Plato's Euthyphro and take 3 or 4 minutes just to introduce you to this dialogue and give you a sense of how to read it. Sometimes Platonic dialogues, and this is one of Plato's finest dialogues, are a bit confusing to the beginning student. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a leg up. First of all, you're going to notice that the dialogue is broken up into sections. I believe 10 sections in all, and you're going to see the titles of the sections in bold text centered across the page. It's very important to pay attention to those sections, and I do suggest that you take notes on the text as you read it. In other words, what I recommend to you is that you grab a notebook, 100-page notebook or something like that, and as you read it, start taking notes on the key elements. And the way to identify the key elements is to first look at the section titles. So first of all, you're seeing here, Socrates and Euthyphro meet at the porch of King Archon. So you know that this is an introductory section. Obviously, it's first, so you know it's going to be introductory. And that there is a specific summary of the section. As you go forward, you'll see section 2 is on this topic. Socrates requests a definition of the holy. So you know by now that within the first section, you should have identified the general topic and what it is that Socrates is asking for here in the second section. And indeed, that's the case. We see, for example, right around here, Socrates sort of lays down a challenge to Euthyphro and says, look, here's what I want from you. I want you to teach me how to know what is divine and what is holy. And if you do that, then I will be very grateful to you. In the second section, Socrates therefore makes the request. I want to become your pupil, he says to Euthyphro. That's a signal that he wants more information. Then he asks, what is the holy and what is the unholy? Euthyphro goes on to try to tell him. And at this point, offers a definition. The holy is what is loved by the gods. So, the holy is what we would call divine or godlike or religious maybe. And Euthyphro is telling us that it is whatever is loved by the gods. Socrates, however, disagrees. And he establishes a disagreement in this fourth section. He offers some objections to that definition. Euthyphro comes back by offering a second definition, to which Socrates responds in this section, Socrates and Daedalus. You'll see what that's about when you're in it. It's a fairly short section. And then Socrates responds yet again by telling Euthyphro what he wants out of a definition, what he means when he asks for a definition of holiness. At this point, Euthyphro offers a third definition. The holy is ministry to the gods, in other words, working on behalf of the gods, ministering to the gods. Remember, the Athenians were polytheists, meaning that they believed in many gods, not just one. Fourth definition is now offered by Euthyphro. The holy is an art of prayer and sacrifice. In other words, a way of praying and a way of sacrificing animals to the gods. And then finally, Socrates responds with yet another disagreement and rejection of that definition, and that's how the dialogue ends. So those are the sections. What I suggest is that for each of those sections, you write down the section heading in a piece of paper in your notebook, and for each of those section headings, write a couple of lines summarizing the section. If you do that, I think you'll be well on your way to understanding the text, and then you can use that to do your write-up for the week as well. Okay, hope this helps.